Day of the federal government shutdown, with Republicans and Democrats locked in a stalemate.
And hundreds of thousands of federal workers aren't going to work today, and neither are U.S. senators. They're leaving Washington until next week. Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
Motion is not agreed to.
The votes in the Senate again came up short to end the shutdown of the government. But as senators take a break, the harvest continues in Iowa, where farmers say delays to federal aid and tariffs are taking a toll.
But when you start to stack all of those things together, you're really coming up against some real pressures that make it very difficult for families.
I blame the Democrats. They ought to call their local Democrat representative.
At the White House, President Trump threatened to cut unspecified programs if the shutdown continues. But both sides are dug in. Democrats want extensions of health care subsidies set to expire within months. Breast cancer survivor Lori Hunt says those subsidies are keeping her afloat.
I couldn't afford it. I'd have to cancel my insurance.
It's estimated 3.8 million Americans won't be able to afford insurance without the tax credit, including 2 million by next year.
We're dealing with a Republican-created health care crisis.
For now, food banks around the country are bracing for higher demand from hundreds of thousands of federal workers who could be going without pay. And all eyes are on air travel, with the shutdown straining the air traffic control system and the TSA.
Blessings to all the TSA workers.
In San Francisco, the Blue Angels will skip this weekend's Fleet Week air show. They're grounded by the shutdown, so Canadian snowbirds are stepping in.
Us moving up is just a next man up mentality.
Finding a way to speed forward as work in Washington grinds to a halt. Brad?
The Senate is scheduled to return to Washington next Tuesday at 3 in the afternoon. House Speaker Mike Johnson is promising to keep his chamber closed until the Senate passes the Republican spending bill.
Now, if you have a flight coming up, the Federal Aviation Administration says staffing is light at airports in Atlanta, Nashville, Boston, Dallas, and Philadelphia, all due to the government shutdown. Here in Macon, the Middle Georgia Regional Airport says it's business as usual, though. They say TSA and air traffic control workers are still on duty. Meanwhile, federal subsidies for Macon services are currently on hold. But for now, Contour will continue flying in and out of Macon.